I saw that.
Yeah.
Which Wawa, so I know which one to go to. Oh, I was just there.
I saw that, dude. And you see his mugshot too? He's like crying.
Yeah.
Like he's in full breakdown.
Misunderstood. Yeah. There's more to that story. It's not just the beat off. There's something happened.
So the story was he shot up a bunch of cars and then went to this McDonald's parking lot to beat off. And in the meantime, the cops got a call like, yo, there was just a bunch of cars shot up on this road. Oh. And while they were like patrolling around, they just see a car parked weird in a McDonald's parking lot that's closed. And they pulled up and dude was fucking cranking. And they're like, whoa. And as they're stopping him, they notice the gun and they're like, all right, well, we found our guy.
Yeah.
What a fucking night.
Yeah, really. Why did he need to add that charge onto it? He already had serious. Maybe he was just like, fuck it. I'm going in for this. And you never know when you get swept away by love.
You think it was love?
I think it was
What was so hot that happened that made him, and firing the gun too, so he was confused, much like you do.
Yeah,
confusing
with fighting and love and stuff like that.
Confusing feelings of like love and sex and also violence. And fighting.
Like a lot of times, like I don't know which emotion I feel. So like sometimes
we were at the Trope the one time, and those dudes approach us. And like you were about to hit him, and you just lean in and start hooking up. And I was like, "No, hit him, Mike, hit him."
Yeah, that's happened. That's happened a few times.
Yeah,
a lot of times on New Year's Day, that'll happen because I'm so fucked up. But then like somebody will approach me with violence, but then I'll get confused and try to kiss him. I mean kiss her.
You've pulled a little bit doing that before.
Yeah, I have. I've gone in for the hookup, and sometimes it's hot.
Sometimes, but you talk about a fucking blender of emotions. This guy's driving around. It's probably, I don't know what time, 3 a.m. or so, shooting up a bunch of cars. Dude. Then, you know what? Let me just pull into this McDonald's and beat off. I'm
afraid driving at 3 a.m. Even no beers, no nothing. I'm automatically behind the wheel. Every time I'm behind the wheel, I feel like I could go to jail for something. And I'm doing something wrong. And if I see a cop, like, it's not like, oh, he's pulling me over. It's no big deal. Like, I automatically think it's the end. Like, oh, I'm going away.
And you start to be probably nervous and you start to do shit that
exactly.
just
like, oh, start. Like, I'm stopping. Yeah. And then I'll stop at a stop sign, like, way too long. To like, what's this dude doing? It's just nerve wracking at 3 a.m.
And most of life is just acting
certainly not going to beat off.
Yeah. Most of life is just acting like you belong. And when you're acting like you don't, that's when it but you're also a white guy on McDade Boulevard. They're not gonna pull you over. Or you can also name drop. Name dropping's still alive and well too.
Yeah, I feel good in certain towns. But it's just a nerve-wracking feeling. Like getting pulled over.
I can't tell you the last time I got pulled over. Oh, I can.
Knock on wood. Knock on the HoagieTime wood.
I was coming out of I was in the shopping center across from Brewski's, and I was coming out of the parking lot. It was in the middle of the day, and
they're always there.
Alden cop pulls me over because I didn't stop. I just made one fluid motion and just pulled right out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What was that all about? What are you talking about?" He's like, "You didn't stop before coming out," and I was just like, "Oh, I'm supposed to." I'm a fucking excellent driver.
Yeah.
My pacing was unbelievable.
That was a very Alden thing to do.
Smooth.
Yeah.
I had plenty of room to do it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to."
Yeah, who knows that?
He's like license and registration, and like he fucking came back and he's like, "You can go."
It's funny you said that because the last time I got pulled over was Alden.
Waste my time.
Was Alden too, and I know that my tags were bad, and he just let it go. I was very happy about that.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna do your job all the way.
Yeah,
you fucking write you up for having expired tags. Don't just pull me. Don't just pull me over.
Yeah, don't just ruin my.
You can go.
Don't ruin my day for no reason. Actually, I was just at that Wawa on my way here. I stopped and got these. You ever see these?
Let's talk about it. What is it?
It's just like a little.
Fake Zins?
Yeah, it's a Gazin.
Give me one.
Yeah, and it's they're cool. They're wintergreen.
9 milligram.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna make me want to throw up. I'll still do it.
Gives you a little hit. That's all.
I'll still do it.
And I don't, I never really smoked cigarettes before. Like I did, but like,
says who, dude?
No, I mean, I didn't smoke them. Like I wasn't addicted. I didn't smoke them I would buy like a pack or two a week.
Okay.
Yeah. And now I don't buy them at all.
Over the course of how many years, a pack or two a week? To say that you never really smoked.
I can honestly say I didn't. I would go months at a time without smoking. Then I would start up again. And then there were certain months that I'd smoke more regularly, like a pack every 3 days or 4 days. But then I would stop for 2 weeks again. No, so that's really
I'm going to go top shelf with this. I'm going to go
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're supposed to do top shelf with these.
I was out, shout out Beach Ball and Laura. I was out, they came to my gig a few weeks ago and and they were kind of making their rounds in Westchester. And Laura pulls out Zins, and they're laughing. And she's like, well, I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore. And I start laughing. I'm like, tell me you do it top lip too. She goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And top lips it.
I actually, I YouTubed it. And they said that's the way to do it because I was bottom lipping it for, I guess more of it goes down, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure you could do it either way.
What's it called again?
It's called Velo.
Okay, I've got a Velo in. It's a 9 milligram.
Yeah.
I don't do these.
Yeah.
I don't smoke. And from what I know, it starts 3 milligram, which is the baby.
Yeah.
Then 6 milligram Zins. These
They're
things
the ones
go to 9.
everyone
This is
does.
9. Already significant burning.
Yeah.
On my top gum.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna ride with it.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in about a month. I started these like 3 weeks ago. And, it just gives
burning
you
a lot. I'm going to stick with it, though.
Just a little bit of a hit, to take the edge off. We're all just trying to take the edge off in life.
I think, I don't watch much Rogan anymore, but I think one time he said, like, pure nicotine is great for your thoughts. So I'm going to start rapping about pyramids in a couple minutes.
Yeah. And what's hidden
Or
in them.
dragons.
Or dragons. Apparently, there's hidden caverns underneath the pyramids where the records are kept of all the ancient civilizations.
And
I love
our
this shit.
thug folk masters, I heard were under the pyramids too. Or
What?
I found them at my house today.
What's this?
This is the thug folk master of our CD, Splendid Mistake. And I found this
shit.
one unwrapped.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Still in its shrink wrap and everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's right. We went with the sleeve, like the little sleeve, not the plastic, no backing, just like a little.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper
Yeah.
for a bunch of kids.
Dude, this looks great.
It really does, man. It's cool. The J Bar to design, right?
Yeah, shout out Jay
blue.
Barr. We were with Jay Barr the other night.
You guys went to a comedy show?
We did. Oh, dude, this is great. Produced, mixed, and engineered by Owen Hoxie. Shout out Owen Hoxie.
Yeah, man.
Recorded at SI Studios, Scranton, PA, one day.
What a night.
And Studio Egon, Sherry Hill, New Jersey, for all the touch-ups.
I remember we went to Scranton.
Chris Sherlow.
It's on
Fucking
there?
shout out Uncle Frenchie.
I remember we got the studio and we had 12 hours. So we had to do the whole thing in 12 hours. We had noon till midnight. And what you got done there, like we just had to get it done there. And then we picked our easiest song for the first ones because we thought it would be the easiest one.
Because
and
they had a special like recording console there. It was the Nev.
Yeah.
The Neve or the
console.
Nev.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Owen knew all about that shit. And he's like, we have to record here. They had the Nev. Apparently, like not every place had the Neve. Or, I'm pronouncing that wrong.
He wanted drums and bass done there. So at least the guts of the song had to be recorded on that. Then we could overdub at his studio in Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, man.
That's cool that you found that. Mm-hmm. I don't even know where my CDs are. Like, and they came out like 10 years ago, but still, like, I don't know where any of them are. I had 1,000 of them made. And I don't think I have one of them left.
I'm sure you gave
Not
them
that I gave them to everybody. No one
Yeah.
got them. I'm already catching a buzz off this thing.
Yeah, it's cool, ain't it?
So I started trying to feel your
catching
leg.
a buzz is awesome, man.
It is awesome.
Any way you can catch a buzz, do it.
Any way you can catch a buzz, do it. Dude, that was great music. That was at a time when music, I feel like, was music. And Explain?
Elaborate.
Dude,
Yeah.
I started telling you earlier about this MGK song that's out now.
Oh, okay.
It's called Starman. And I read that he sampled Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind.
Right.
And the article I read, it was like he went to, during the California wildfires, he went to Stephen Jenkins' house for Third Eye Blind guy.
Yeah.
He went to his house personally to ask him, hey, could I please use this?
Right.
And it was during the wildfires and the road was blocked off. And you had to have a resident card to access the neighborhood. You had to show the National Guard or whoever that you live there. Yep. So he says, as he pulled up, the National Guard guy was on the younger side, and in his head he's going, please make this, pray to God this guy's an MGK fan, recognizes me and lets me do this.
Yeah.
And the guy pulls over, MGK goes, look, like, hey, I'm MGK, I'm trying to go to this dude's house, I'm trying to clear this song for my album, and the National Guard dude lets him go by and goes, I better hear this on the album. And what a fucking steaming pile of dog shit this is.
It's bad.
It's so bad. When I read that he sampled the song, I thought maybe he took the music of it. No, it starts off like any kind of like that, like Juice WRLD type rap. Where
that's
it's sing-songy.
him. That's MGK. That's his style. Yeah.
But it's like emo now. Like he's not rapping anymore. It's like that sing-songy, you know. And it's not the music, right? And just when you're about to change it because it fucking blows, he goes, "Give me something else so I can get this." Semi-charm. He just fucking rips off the melody over his own beat. It's like as soon as you're about to turn it off because there's no hook or anything interesting, he drops that, I guess, to hold interest.
Yeah.
And then that's the chorus. but it's not the music from it at all. It's just him just copping the melody for a hook. And then later on in the song, he starts going, doo, 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 but over a beat where it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Everything is so recycled.
And I think it's like, it works for like today's generation because they're like, oh, look, we like guitar music, mom and dad, after like so many years of like just EDM or just like some like DJ stuff or some bass heavy like hip hop or something. It's like, oh, you see, he's got a guitar. I saw a clip of MGK doing like the worst guitar solo of all time, like just a little bit better than Corey Feldman's.
He has a signature guitar.
Does he really?
MGK.
I think because he's might be the only one in that generation. So they're like, all right, well, this is the guy to try to get young people
Imagine being in that
playing.
boardroom. Guys, we haven't released a signature guitar in a long time. Who do we got? Fucking no one.
The last one was probably John Mayer, and they went from John Mayer to him.
But there's plenty of good music out there.
Yeah,
like
but back then, like you said with RCD, like it was very musical. And I forget who did they did a nice write up, some magazine of it, but that was like the overall theme of what they said was like it's very musical for like what people are putting out right now.
The magazine being Town Talk or something.
it was like News of Delaware
Little
County.
League Butts Monthly.
News of Delaware County, yeah.
But dude, it was very good. I mean, I think we can say that it was good. But there's like being an XPN listener, there's plenty like being a kid and being like, okay, I have to listen to MGK. I have to listen to the 5 artists that are being pushed down my throat. It's so lazy.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely music out there.
He's got to look for it a little more because the radio's not really giving you anything good except for
commercial
XPN.
radio.
Yeah, except for XPN, yeah. But exactly, commercial radio. So if you're not like digging yourself, you're not going to find anything.
Yeah.
Worthwhile.
Dude, I heard shout out to Fat Mezz. I was listening to XPN the other day and just in normal rotation, it wasn't like the local pick of the day.
Right.
It was Fat Mezz was just thrown in there in between like Joe Jackson and Citizen Cope. Like it was just part of like the rotation that day.
Lunison was also on that same clip I saw because somebody posted it and Fat Mezz was one of the ones played and then Lunison, they're also local to Delaware County. Very good band. But it's cool to see that, when it's not just like a loud and local kind of like hour. It's actually on their playlist.
Fat Mezz is so good.
Yeah, they are. Oh, my God.
They're so good.
There's been a band like them since LeComp, and LeComp came from that era of the music they play. But these kids are like born 20 years ago and playing that stuff.
And they have a vintage look about them.
Oh, they're all cool
fucking
looking.
Rip. They rip. They have 2 lead guitarists. Both are incredibly sick. But the one kid is like Billy the Kid something.
Thoden,
okay.
Yeah.
And shout out Billy the Kid and all the Fat Mezz guys. And he was like a child prodigy. I think his dad kind of got him into the limelight.
Yeah, wasn't he a blues player as a kid? Like they called him like...
I think he was like Stevie Ray.
Yeah,
type
like
guy.
a Stevie Ray type
dude,
thing.
Stevie Ray is not easy shit to play at all.
No.
Their drummer too. I think I sent you a couple weeks ago. Their drummer, there's a YouTube video of the drummers being like, he was 6 years old. And his dad's a bassist.
Yeah.
And he's sitting down with his dad and they fucking play like Baba O'Reilly, like something sick.
Right.
And he fucking
I saw
does
the clip,
it.
yeah.
He's 6 years old bouncing around behind the kid.
That's why like it's got to be like forming a band. There's got to be something magic to it. Like those guys all coming together, all being from the same area so they can get together like naturally. Like that all these things got to happen and happen at the same time and form, and you got to meet the right guys. But when you do, man, is it something special.
Yeah, and it's harder than ever. I mean,
Right. Because all 4 of those guys can have their own band and be the star and have good bands.
Yeah.
But
they all sing.
They all sing. But they found each other.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna rock like for the next 30 years around this area.
Yeah. I mean, they're playing 100 gigs a summer down the shore. Then they're fully booked out like outside of that. And they stress originals too. And like they'll play unbelievable covers. Highway Star is a good one.
Who sings that?
Deep Purple. And it's one of those songs where it's like a Guitar Hero song where it has this like incredible like
riff,
a solo like that you have to nail, and they fucking nail it. They're so good. But they just did something, or they're doing something where they're releasing a new original on the 1st of every month.
That's cool. That's
it's really cool.
Like it's something for their fans to get excited for and look forward to.
Yeah, and the bassist released a solo album too, Dom Levy.
Lazy River, I believe.
Yeah. And it's fucking great. And he sings too, and he rips on guitar too.
Yeah.
They just make it look so easy. And it's not easy.
No.
Still can't do it.
It's amazing. Like, and it's lucky for us, the listener, that they all kind of found each other and none of them like, try to break off on their own. They're doing it together and they're fucking going through the lumps, and there are going to be lumps in any band, you know, like the key is get through them, man. Because if you can look back 10, 20 years and be like, yeah, dude, we did it. We went through the bad period.
Yeah.
You got more to stand on.
Exactly.
You know,
because I mean, Thug Folk was a flash in the pan. I mean, it
really was
a few
quick.
years. It was real quick.
2.5 years.
And I don't think there's any live footage of us where someone's not fucking something up. But we have that album.
Yeah.
And it'll never go away. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
proud,
good.
I'm proud that we did that. I'm glad that we did that. We made that. And you know what? Maybe it's not the kids' fault that they have to listen to MGK because there's a shortage of good music. And a band like Fat Mezz can bring kids back into the fold.
Yeah. I wonder about that, because, or maybe I'm just not at their shows, but it seems to be like a lot of older people at their shows. Like I wonder, you know, maybe they're just not going out as much, kids these days. Who knows? I feel like a curmudgeon saying that. Like I don't know if kids are going out these days or not. Maybe I'm just not at the place they are.
Well, I know I don't really go out these days.
Yeah.
Let's be serious. So like I don't have my finger on the pulse of
You're not
what's
in the
happening.
clubs like you used to?
Nah.
You used to be up in the clubs like
I'm
three nights a week at least.
I'm not in the nightclubs like I was.
You don't take ecstasy anymore, right?
Not usually.
Okay,
Only
okay.
if it's a real fun night out.
Yeah, because I know I can always call you, and you probably can get some.
I can always get it, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that like I'll play Barnaby's Westchester, and so do you. And it's a college bar.
Right.
And those 90s is like the new 80s. Where like you can always play a 90s song and like they seem to like it.
Yeah.
And I think with this kind of surge of country music too, that Zach Bryan that they're into,
Right.
I think they're starting to respect acoustic guitar a little
It's coming
bit more.
back a little bit, yeah. 5 years ago, it was barren.
Now everything
I think
is
Zach
so
Bryan's
cyclical.
a big deal with that. I think he really brought that like commercial country radio thing. He made it real because Zach Bryan, love him or hate him, he kind of distanced himself from that. He's like, I'm a singer-songwriter. He went more in like the Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska, kind of like, I'm a songwriter, John Mellencamp kind of thing. I don't want to be Nashville. And I think that worked because it kind of grew him a fan base to where like, and then there's that Noah Khan. I don't know him very, but
I haven't heard anything from him since
he's in the
sixth season.
Right, but he's in the same ilk as that, as like a singer-songwriter, and like the young people love it, which is good. So it's a good sign that that's coming back a little bit.
Well, everything's always skip a generation.
Yeah, everything's cyclical, right?
And we like the same way mustaches are back. When we were young,
Nobody would be
you
called
didn't have
that.
a mustache.
No.
Because dads had mustaches.
Or long socks.
Yes, dude. We've talked about this before, but yes,
Yeah.
we wore the short socks, so now the kids wear the big socks. None of us had a mustache, and now mustaches are back.
Nobody.
It's not even just the youngs anymore.
Yeah, no,
Mustaches in
the mustache is
general.
there. Yeah, bras are a thing of the past too.
Oh, you've noticed?
Like when I was a kid, like dude, you need to have it. You need to, if you were a chick, you need to have a big set. Now it's like almost like those girls go by the wayside, and it's the girls that don't need the bra that can wear like the little like and strong looking kind of like tight.
You're trying to get me hard over here?
I think I know. I got you. Don't worry about it. But that's the look. So I kind of feel bad for my big chested brother, my big chested sisters, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, shirts in the pool, guys.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Hey, we represent.
Tommy, how are you, pal?
Good, buddy. How are
HD
you?
behind the glass.
Behind the glass, just cracked another Murphy's Irish Stout. He's good for 6 or 7 of them during our broadcast.
Speaking of Ireland, have you been back?
I haven't been back, but they've been yearning for me.
Yeah.
I've been getting some telegraphs from old Ireland.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to all of our Ireland fetish people out there.
Old boyos.
Hey, keep her lit, ye boyo.
And our one listener in Germany.
Yes, shout out to our German listener.
Schroenberg or whatever. it's
Hal
called. I can't-
Schroenberg.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it properly, but that's
Give it
the
your best
one.
shot.
Sharon Bershar. Yeah, it's awful.
Sharon Bersher.
Yeah.
We know that you're out there. Thanks for listening. And we will we'll bring the show to you someday. Hoagie Time European Tour sometime in 2026. or
We'll get over there.
2027.
We'll get over the pond.
This Zin is fucking, it's kicking my ass.
You like
dude.
it?
Yeah. I mean, I like it, but I'm
You
buzzing.
feel a little, yeah.
Oh, I'm buzzing with electricity.
That's what I like, that you can just kind of do it at all times. You don't have to smoke. I like it. And it's something you can just take or leave.
It's a lot more acceptable to pop one of these than it is to funnel a couple beers in the middle of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And if this is how you feel, this is when I started smoking. The buzz,
boredom or the buzz?
The buzz the
Okay.
cigarettes gave me.
Yeah, they still give me a buzz. Like I would take a nice hit and I'd be like, "Ooh, okay." I would never like need to finish one, but man, those first couple drags,
This is where it all
I'm
started.
going very strong, like trying to prove that I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yeah. Like, no, I don't even want it after I smoke a couple drags. You know that, right?
It's like I don't
You
play
get that,
guitar. I
right?
just pick it up a couple times a week, but it's not every day. And sometimes I'll put it down for a couple weeks. I don't play guitar.
We know
though.
a certain someone that calls himself a guitar player, and he doesn't play guitar. Like, that's like me saying, like, dude, I'm a basketball player. I haven't played basketball in 25 years, and that's like me saying, yeah, I play basketball. I'm just not very good at it. Like, no, you don't play it. You don't play guitar. Stop calling yourself a guitarist if you don't play. He calls himself a shitty guitarist.
I'm dying to put two and two together.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a shitty guitarist. I'm like, no, you're just not one. That's cool too.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I'm like, that's cool.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I'm like, that's cool too. You're not a shitty guitar. You're just not one. Everybody can, like, I can be like a painter. And
You're
say
not
I'm
a singer either, Jeff. Yeah, but I mean, the way people can tiptoe around things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I think we have to go back to Pat House and Dan Soder because
let's
that
do it.
thing was.
Oh yeah. How was that show?
It was so good. So, Mike, you weren't able to join us, but
Right.
me and HT and Jay Barr went down to Helium on Thursday night, right? And we saw Pat House and Brendan Sagaway.
We'll have
Brendan
to,
Sagaway,
we'll have to
right, yeah.
shorten that when he gets to Ellis Island.
Yeah, of course. But he's Dan Soder's like typical opener. And I've seen that Brendan, or I sorry for fucking his name up. You're not going to hear this anyway. No one here.
He looks like Smalls from with the Sandlot.
He made a joke about that. Yeah, I mean, maybe he does. But Pat House was fucking awesome. It was a sold out show. HT hooked us up with a ride. Who's our boy that rode us down? Shout out.
Mike Galley from Darby.
Shout out Mike Galley from Darby.
Former
Yeah,
fire chief of Darby.
He drove us down, dropped us off at the front door, then picked us up after the show. I thought he was going with us. I was like, oh, I guess HT found somebody for that extra ticket.
Really? He just offered?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I mean, I got here with Jay and we just hopped in a car and went. But sold out show. Pat House opened. Pat House, and he was the host of the show. He was great. He started off with 5 or 10 minutes. Then this guy, Brendan, came up. And I've seen him on Instagram before, and I like him.
Yeah.
He's really funny. And I was excited that he was on the bill, too, because I didn't know going into it he was going to be there. But he fucking crushed it. I'm glad I got to see him live.
Yeah.
So funny, dude.
Now, is he a local guy or?
No, he's Dan Soder's national touring guy.
Okay.
Like a lot of these big touring comedians will have like their go-to openers. I'm trying to think of an example. Like Pat House was an opener for Sebastian Maniscalco a long time ago.
Right.
Chris O'Connor from Stuff Island. He is Andrew Santino's opener. They're the redhead guy that does the...
Sure. And wasn't Tommy Pope doing for Shane Gillis?
And Chris is also mostly Shane Gillis's guy, but Shane will also bring like Tommy Pope or some of his other...
That crew.
Yeah, someone else from that crew. But this guy, Brendan, is Dan Soder's opener. I guess he feels safe with him. I guess he knows him enough and whatever. Then Soder came out and fucking... Soder, I think, is my top guy right now. Soder came out. I was really excited to see him live, and he fucking destroyed. His new hour is so awesome.
Was it a whole hour? Is that how long their sets are?
It was pretty tightly orchestrated because they were doing 2 shows that night. We went to the 7 p.m. show, and then there was a 9 p.m. show. So I guess they had to wrap it up in enough time to kind of clear the room and get it. But I mean, so good. And it was such a treat because Dan Soder did this show at Helium to warm up for his theater tour. So he's outgrown a small room like Helium. This was just a warm-up show before he starts to do like theaters, like a place like the Met, or I don't know as far as capacity-wise,
he's big time,
but like a 10 or 15,000 seat room.
Yeah,
and it was so funny. And he didn't even lean on any of his voices. I thought maybe he would do his Randy Savage. He didn't lean on the voices, but the jokes were so fucking funny, man.
No, he leaned on more about his new relationship. He's marrying this girl, and it's like he's like, oh, these are the things I effed up on, and it's like every little thing that I've ever effed up with my wife, I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
so he called out. Yeah, he really related to his personal experience with everybody
in a really funny way, and it was cool too. They didn't quite time it correctly. The staff of Helium, not the shit on them, but Soder got done, and the staff was still collecting checks and shit, so people couldn't leave People were just sitting there. So in a completely pro move, Pat House came back out as people were like half the crowd was leaving, and he did like 6-7 minutes just to kind of
fill that dead air.
And it was
still very funny. I mean,
it was so
I
funny.
even text him on the backside. I said, "Dude, you crushed it in the beginning, and then that check thing." He goes, "I'm like, I know you hated it." And he goes, he texts back to me. He goes, "Dude, that was effing brutal." I'm like, "Oh, I imagine."
So he
But
just
was
did a
still
solid
funny.
to all like the waitresses that were still trying to close
Such a pro
out.
move, and he comes back out and he goes, "Well, I didn't expect to come back out after Dan Soder just did a fucking hour, but here, it's such a tough act to follow." But it was great, man. It's fun to get out. I had quite a week last week. Did that on Thursday night. Tuesday night, I saw Wilco at the Met with Danny Mitchell.
Yeah.
Fucking great, dude. I'm a casual Wilco fan.
What's his name?
Jeff Tweedy.
Jeff Tweedy. Yeah.
And I mean, it's his band. Like like people were like in between songs, Tweedy. Like he's like the Eddie Vedder.
Right.
But what a fucking powerhouse band. Drums, bass, Tweedy on guitar. Their lead guitarist is a guy named Nels Klein. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
He was famous in his own, famous in a niche type way,
Right.
as being this avant-garde guitarist that was doing like solo stuff and maybe some shows with like a string quartet. Like he's just a fucking guitar wizard in the most like artistic, avant-garde, playing like real dissonant shit, like really artsy, right?
Yeah.
And he joined Wilco. And Wilco's songs are pretty ear-bending too. The best way I could describe Wilco, and this is coming from a casual fan, this is what I took away from that concert. They're like, imagine Radiohead, if Radiohead limited themselves just to traditional band instruments and they didn't do like the techno stuff.
The computer stuff.
But they got as weird as possible with just, guitars and man, he elevates these songs in such a way. His amp might not have even been mic'd. It was just screaming so loud, like in the most raw way.
Yeah.
It was such a great show. I only recognized a few of the songs. I love their Yankee Hotel Foxtrot album is one of my favorites. And I couldn't wait to hear songs from that.
Right.
They did 2 sets, no opener, and I didn't get anything from that album until the second set. But even not knowing the songs, it still was all very enjoyable.
As a music fan.
Like first time hearing these songs, I was like, this fucking rules.
Yeah.
Not hard rock, not folk, somewhere in between, like noisy. Tweedy doesn't always play acoustic. They switch guitars every song.
Wow. So there's time in between songs where they're kind of.
But their crew is real quick too.
Right.
So in between every song, there's 4 dudes coming swapping everyone's guitars out.
Yeah. So it's not too long.
What a great show.
Paul used to have a CD changer, right? He literally had, like, let's say Bank 5, 1 through 5, for Wilco, bootlegs, and whatever else. He loved them.
Yeah.
Now, how would you compare the experience, like seeing a comedy show to like a music show? Like they're both outlets. It's cool to see something creative like that. As like the viewer, I mean, it's obviously, it hits a different, like, part of the brain and part of the enjoyment. But I mean, is it the same kind of thing, you think? Is it the same for a musician, for a comedian? Like, I'm sure like the travel is the same. Like, they're all both on the road and deal with that kind of stuff, like hotels and like one city to the next city. But for the viewer, did you kind of get that same feeling from it? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
enjoyment?
I think comedy's more immediate. Like it's not the slow burn of a song where maybe it starts off kind of normal, but then you're waiting for that part to happen. I think comedy's more of like a punch to the face, like in the best way.
Yeah.
I think it's more immediate. I've always been kind of fascinated by comics in that respect. Cause it's just like, you just need you don't need gear. You don't need your guitar.
It's
You don't
just
need
you.
it's just you into a microphone.
Right.
And like, there's only 12 notes in music, and there's so many different words in the English language and so many different ways that you can say things by inflecting in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I've almost said it's arguably more artistic, but that's way too bold. But like, to be a comedian, Soder mentioned that him and the guy,
You're a lot more naked up there.
yes,
Right.
yes, and it's like there's almost more room for originality because there's so many things. Like, you can, if you're really, really nitpicking, you can say a lot of songs sound vaguely like another song.
Sure.
Depending on how much music you know.
Right. Yeah.
You can always, like how I'm trying to describe Wilco as radio, you can always compare it to something.
something. Yeah.
I think it's harder to say like, oh, well, it's kind of like this comedian mixed with this guy. Maybe if you're more schooled in it, maybe an actual comic.
I wonder if the guys like Dan Soder and like the top guys, if there's like a structure to a set, just like there's a structure to a song, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus out. Like if they have something, because I noticed like the really good comics always tie in like something from the beginning to like the ending, and kind of tie it back to something.
That's always really funny.
And it's really funny how they tie it back to something they brought up in the first like 10 minutes or something like that, and almost ties the whole show together. I wonder if that's like a common, like that the top guys know, like, all right, this is how a set is written.
I'm sure there is. And once we get, I'm sure we'll get Pat House back on, and we'll get some other comedians on.
Yeah, that are students of it. That could answer that. Yeah.
I know that Pat's a student of it.
Right.
I know that he could give us a great answer on that. But that's an interesting way to look at it.
Hoagie time. Latest season and you'll be doing just fine. Hoagie time. A virtual show. Enjoy it on the go.